Hello, my beautiful reader friends. It's Tiffany with an IE, as you can see, and I am bringing you a haul, as you can see by all these books behind me. I went to Verbatim Books, which is a local independent bookstore here, and it was actually a few weeks ago, but they had a $1 sale outside, and I couldn't help picking up a bunch of books, especially since I was in that line for like 2 hours, so I had to get some stuff. And then I also picked up some books like in the store, and then my friend gave me some books as well. So let's just get into it. Okay, so I changed locations. Now, the first book that I have here is The Lover's Dictionary by David Levithan. This is really short, and I've heard of it. I forget which booktuber I heard about it from, but it's really interesting. So in this book, it has like A to Z, like different definitions of words and stuff, but it has to do with the story. So yeah, I thought this was really interesting. But yeah, it's super short. And then the next book, this is a middle grade. It's called Restart by Gordon Korman. Now, I've looked up that Gordon Korman is like one of the oldest, well, not like super old, but I mean, he has a lot of books for his age that he's written, and he got published when he was like 16. So it's so crazy. But yeah, I've heard about this from Owl Crate, specifically Owl Crate Jr., so I thought it was interesting and decided to pick it up. And then I picked up the first book of The Guardians of Ga'Hoole. I haven't seen the movie. I remember seeing the trailer. But yeah, I mean, I didn't know this was a book series until I saw the movie trailer, so I want to read this and then watch the movie because I loved animal stories when I was a kid, so yeah. This next book, this is Everyday Angel by Victoria Schwab. This is one of her older middle grade books. It's actually a trilogy, but yeah, not a fan of these covers, but there was a re-release of this. It was a bind-up of the 3 books for the Everyday Angel series, and the cover looks so much better. It kind of like matches like the font, and also the cover art like matches kind of like the style of like City of Ghosts, like that series. I'll pop up an image, but yeah, I was like, well, I want to try reading this, and if I like it, then I might buy the bind up. But yeah, this is like very early Victoria Schwab. I found this book, which I'm gifting to a friend. It's called The Little Book of Pink, and it has a really big font, and it's short. It's just like a book of affirmations, and yeah, it's super short. But yeah, so I picked it up. And then this is The Astonishing Life of Octavian Nothing. I was about to say The Short Life, but this is by M.T. Anderson, who's really well known for Feed, which I love that book. And I actually met M.T. Anderson in Vermont when he just like dropped in at my grad school, and I was like, oh my gosh, like freaking out. And I like ran back to my dorm to get the copy of Feed that my friend had, and I had Tobin sign it to both of us. But yeah, so that was sort of like a starstruck moment. But yeah, this is one of his other books, and it actually is the first one, so luckily I found it. And it won the National Book Award, which I didn't know, but it is a thick one, so I don't know when I'll get around to this, but I do like his writing. This next one is Rebel Angels by Libba Bray. This is actually the second book. They didn't have the first one. The first one is, it has a long title, so I always forget what it's called. Hold up. Let me look it up. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. It actually says here on the back that this is a companion to A Great and Terrible Beauty is the first book, but this trilogy is known as the Gemma Doyle trilogy, which is the main character's name. And these books are thick, but I've never read any of Libba Bray, and I want to, but this is probably not going to be the first one because I need to get book 1 first. So yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, I've seen other books by her like Beauty Queens and Going Bovine those ones are standalones, so I might read those first. I've also like seen the Diviner series because that's the infamous like the cover changes for every book except for the last one. And I've heard nothing but good things about that series, so I really do want to read it, but as you can see behind me, I have so many books, so I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but I would really like to read one of Libba Bray's books. Maybe that'll be one of my 2021 book resolutions, so we'll see. This one I've also never read from this author, but this is Wake by Amanda Hocking. This is her like mermaid series, because she also wrote like the Trill series. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but yeah, she also has this, and then she has like another series that came out that's also set in the same world as the Trill series. But yeah, and then she has other books as well. It's just a lot, so not really sure where to start. I think probably start with the Trill series, but yeah, lots of books. these are old YA books, most of them. And then this is Shipbreaker. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Let me look it up. Hold on. So sorry for all the interruptions. But I looked up his last name, and it is, as I thought, Italian. And then yeah, so it's Paolo Bacigalupi, and this is Shipbreaker. This is one of his books. He also wrote The Wind-Up Girl. I haven't read any of his books, and I've heard good things about them, especially this one. Oh, it has to do with, well, it has to do with a ship, obviously. Oh, there's a character named Sloth. That's cool. Okay. But yeah, I mean, this looks pretty cool, like this graffiti title, and even inside the graffiti title is even bigger. And it's like sort of shiny. Ooh, it's this nice orange. I like this. Okay, so yeah, I mostly just like picked up titles that I recognized. I also found this, which book? This is not the first. Is this the first one in the series? But this is Across the Universe by Beth Revis. This is a trilogy, sci-fi trilogy that she's written. And I think this might be the first one. Yeah, there's like, anyways, there's 3 books in the series. This is also kind of an old series. Yeah. And then that's all 10 books that I bought at the $1 sale, and then I paid with my card, so there was a $1 fee, so it's technically $11 that I paid for 10 books. But that's okay, because I don't carry cash, because when I carry cash, I end up just spending it all on books and food, so it's kind of a good thing that I don't carry cash. Anyways, so I have 4 books that I bought in the store when I was just browsing, and these books were like pretty discounted, so I wasn't buying them at full price, and it was interesting. So first up, I found Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. Now I've heard that like everyone and their mom has read this when they were like too young to understand what this was about, because this is essentially about incest. And I know I showed in like my book off video that I got another book about incest, so yeah, so we'll see how this is. I heard that people said that it doesn't really hold up nowadays. It's pretty problematic, and the writing is not very great, but I mean, it was only like, this was $7, so you know. And then this book I found, like, I've never heard of it. It is Lizard's Tale by Wen Y Chan. Chinese name. So yeah, and this is an Australian edition apparently. So that's really cool. But it's so pretty. And yeah, it was only $5 and I was just like, I'll get this because it sounds cool. I've never heard of it, but I think it's middle grade, but it says it's YA. I don't know. But it also has like elements that I normally don't like. It says it's like a World War II spy story. And yeah, I usually don't like war books or historical fiction, but I mean, I might like this. So we'll see. And then I also bought On the Come Up. This was $10. It's also a little beaten up, but I've already I read this back in July for the reading rush. I have my own copy. This I bought for my friend because she requested it. So yeah, I mean, like, if you don't know Angie Thomas, like, go read her books. Like, yeah, so this one, most people know what it's about. But I'll link all these books in the description below so you can check them out on your own. It would take me way too long to describe all these books, so I'm trying to go through everything pretty fast. This is the other book I bought, also $10, which is pretty good because this is a hefty hardcover. But this is an adult book. It is In Other Lands by Sarah Rees Brennan, and like, I remember that it's about this like very unlikable teenage boy protagonist who like really wants to see mermaids, and that's all I know about it, but I've heard it's really good. And it's this nice blue. So yeah. Okay, so the last 4 books my friend gave me because he had extra copies, and he was like, oh, you need to read these. I'm like, okay. So he gave me Riot Baby by Tochi Onyebuchi, and it was very short, and I've heard really good things about this. And Tochi, it seems really cool. Like, I was watching the Y'all Write virtual panels, which is the virtual version of Y'all Fest because they can't meet in person this year, obviously. So he just sounded really cool, and I've heard that like he's an Inuyasha fan, which I was like, I'm so down for that because I love Inuyasha, and so just like meeting other people who are Inuyasha fans, like, it just warms my heart. So I would love to read some of his books. Yeah, so this is a good one to start with because it's short. And then there's also this book, The Travelers by Regina Porter. I know nothing about this book. It just has a pretty cover. So yeah. And then this is Carrie by Toni Jensen. And this is nonfiction, and I mean, November's ending, but like this month was Nonfiction November and also Native American Heritage Month. Yeah, it's pretty though. And then lastly, I have this book, The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson, which is really popular right now. Yeah, and I think all 4 of these books, they're all Black authors, so that's awesome. Yeah, so I've heard like so many good things about this book, and that it's also like kind of scary because it is in the Goodreads Choice Awards for YA horror, or just horror in general. Yeah, I think it was in the horror category. Yeah, so obviously it has to do with witches, and I think it's like set in the Salem witch trials back then, or no, it was something about that. Yeah, anyways, it's like sort of spooky looking, but I can't wait to read this. And yeah, so those are all my books, and I will also insert like some clips from like when I was browsing the store, and also like the gigantic line that I was in for the sale. So enjoy those, and then I'll come back at the end. have one clip from my vlog. I forgot that the one that I took of the line I sent on Snapchat and I didn't save. Wait, maybe I did save it. Hold on, let me see. I mean, I might have saved it and no, yes, no, nope, nope, I did not save it. Okay, well, so I hope you enjoyed this haul and partial vlog, but yeah, we'll chat in the comments down below. See you next time. Bye.